दे पुरुषार्थी, वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी, स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी। देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। गगन के तारे, महावीर गोविंद शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे, परंपरा की पुण्य चेतना उर में हम सब धारे, उर में हम सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। समर्थ बनाओ, त्यागो सारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ, बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर शुभ संदेश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुरु सुधारी, बरनऊ रघुवर विमल जसु जोदारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार, बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीसतिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरन विराज सुवेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीनी बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई सहस वदन तुम्हारो जस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संभारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता सबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महा सुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुरभूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय।
धर्म संस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
Jai Shri Krishna. A very warm welcome to all the participants. On behalf of Geeta Parivar, I, Tanushree Mehta, welcome you all on today's interpretation session of 10th chapter, first half, Vibhuti Yoga. Today is in the shlokas learned this week and enlighten you with deeper meaning of yoga of divine glories. Now, let's move to the prayer. Prayer is formed to connect with God and seek blessing from oneself and for others too. Today we have Sheila Raniji from Delhi studied till BA, serving as GC, Tech, Pracharak and other team also. Joined Geeta Parivar in October 2022. Welcome, Didi.
वसुदेव सुतं कंसे चाणूरमर्दन देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्री कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्री कृष्ण जी को मैं अर्पण कर। जय श्री कृष्ण सभी को।
Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you, Didi, for the divine prayer. Now it's time for the Deep Prajwalan. Lightning of divine lamp leads to divine energy, which comes together remove darkness within us. I would like to welcome Maya Vishwakarma ji from Ranchi, Jharkhand, homemaker. Her hobbies include singing, bhajan, cooking, and study spiritual books. Joined Geeta Parivar in June 2023. Welcome, Didi.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you, Didi, for the divine and beautiful Deep Prajwalan. On the occasion of 75th birthday of Param Pujya Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj, there will be Amrut Mahotsav event scheduled on 4th to 11th February at Pune. So everyone do attend this event and be part of the Mahan Mahayagna. Now it's the time for the most awaited and most anticipated part of today's session, our distinguished speaker, Shraddha Raodeo ji. Resident of Hyderabad, BE in Electronics and postgraduate in Diploma in IT Systems and Management. Has worked as a mobile application developer and team lead over 13 years. Currently taking L4 and Bhopal jail classes where sadhaks have completed Geeta Jignasu exam. Disciple of Param Pujya Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj. associated with Bal Gokulam, Hyderabad, from over 8 years to inculcate Indian values and Hindu sculptures in kids over 5 years of age. It's an honor to welcome you, Didi.
Pranam, Tanushree Devi, Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, everybody. A very warm welcome to the session today. Let's begin with remembering Swamiji and Parampita Paramatma Shri Krishna himself. Hari Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranataklishanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaധ്യായിനീം Amba Tvamanusandadhami Bhagavad-gītē Bhavatveshini. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. Hari Om. Jai Shri Krishna, everybody. A very warm welcome to the session. Today is 13th January, and in this session today we are celebrating two of the very important two Panchasutris of Geeta Parivar. There are Panchasutris of Geeta Parivar, the 5 sutras on which Geeta Parivar runs. First is Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Bhakti, Bhagavad Gita, and Vaidyanik Drishti, Go Seva, and Swamiji Vivekananda's principles. The life should be based on the principles of Swami Vivekananda. And in this regard, today it is justified to remember him. Yesterday was his Janmadin, yesterday was his Jayanti, and we celebrate it as the National Youth Day. It is a time when we all look at his life, and on today when we are looking at Bhagavad Gita, today when we are looking at a very important chapter of Bhagavad Gita, that is the Vibhuti Yoga, where we see the different manifestations of Sri Krishna in people amongst ourselves, around us. Which are those places, which are those powerhouses where Sri Krishna is present? When we think about this, we cannot avoid thinking, we cannot leave out the great personality of Swami Vivekananda. He has lived Bhagavad Gita, and he has written beautiful discourses on Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, and also just like how Geeta Parivar and Learn Gita are doing, it is spreading the message of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā to the entire world. And this occasion today, especially after his birthday, let us also take this as a as a promise to ourselves that we would also broadcast this message of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, not only bring it in our lives, but also in the lives of all the other people around us. And to maximum people, we'll try to reach out this message of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. On that beautiful memory of Vivekananda, we'll begin with a beautiful episode from Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. This is the Vibhuti Yoga. Vibhuti means powerhouses. Just like if we have to, we know air is everywhere around us, but if we have to fill air in your vehicle, you have to go to a power station. Similarly, we know that everything around us has the Paramatma Tattva, the Brahma Tattva is present everywhere around us. However, there are some special powerhouses where if we approach, then we will get a special benefit of meeting the Paramatma. Those power points, those energy points are described in detail in this particular chapter. Now, while this is done, this vibhutis, these manifestations of Sri Krishna are explained not only in this chapter. The seed of this is in the 7th chapter. In the 7th chapter also, there are around 3 shlokas which have given these vibhutis, and continuing this discussion further, Sri Krishna is telling us about all these vibhutis in detail in this Vibhuti Yoga. So it is more in this chapter. Now, so far, when we have reached the 10th chapter, there are various different topics that have been covered. Now, Arjun was in a very confused state, with state we are continuously reaching. For us, for Arjun, it was only on one day that he was in this situation and one Bhagavad Gita chant helped him. But for us, we are landing in this situation every day. Baar hamari yahi sthiti rehti hai. So we are landing in this situation every day. Now, for the solution of all our problems also, as a solution to all the problems in our life also, Shri Krishna has given us this shloka. For Arjun, Shri Krishna was there. And for us, he has left behind his own Ansha Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, in whose continuous flow, in the flow of the Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, we can find our solutions for all the different problems in our lives. And while this flow started from the first chapter, after completing all the other different chapters, towards the end of the 9th chapter, we have seen this 9th chapter has, in this flow, Shri Krishna has told some of the top secrets. That is why the 9th chapter is called what? Rajavidya Rajaguhya. The topmost, ultimate secrets have been discussed in which chapter? In the 9th chapter. And of this, now when Shri Krishna started telling the Geeta ji to Arjun, when this conversation was happening, it is a conversation between two best friends, God and his devotee. There Shri Krishna then said, okay Arjun, wait, now I'll tell you the first chapter. Now I'll tell you the 9th chapter. This is the Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yoga. No, Shri Krishna and Arjun was talking in a flow of their thoughts. And in this flow, this topic-wise distribution is being done by whom? Bhagavan Vedavyas. So Bhagavad Gita is a conversation whose compilation, whose editing, whose documentation is done by Bhagwan Vedavyas. So Arjun got his Bhagavad Gita. He is very thankful to Sri Krishna. We, along with Sri Krishna and Arjun, we should also be very, very thankful to Bhagwan Vedavyas, who has done this classification of topics. See, if this entire conversation was served to us in a platter of 700 shlokas, we would have never been able to understand them. We would have never been able to comprehend them properly. So in this, what is their important topic? Suppose I'm sad, I want to just read the Bhakti Yoga and to feel good about everything. Suppose I want to teach my children how should speech be. I want them to understand the practical thing of how your speech should be. I want them the particular shlokas of the 17th chapter. How should my work be? How should I do my actions in daily life? And if I have to look in those 700 shlokas, where is the karma yoga? It would have been so difficult, but Bhagwan Vedavyas has put all the topics in a sequence. It has become very easy for us to pick up the important topics appropriately. The 9th chapter ends on a very beautiful note. It stops at Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyaji Ma Namaskuru. Now this entire sentence, Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyaji Ma Namaskuru, this entire thing, this entire phrase as it is has come at 2 points in the entire Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Once in the 9th chapter, the last shlok, and in the 18th chapter, the 64th shlok. Only the second line changes. In the 9th chapter is Mame Vaishyasi Yuktva Matmanam Matparayanaha, while in the 18th chapter, after this Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyaji Ma Namaskuru Mame Vaishyasi Satyante Pratijane Priyosime. So just the second line is little different. But if the same phrase is repeated in Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā at 2 places, we have to understand the importance of this particular phrase from the perspective of Sri Krishna. What he is trying to tell us. See, when a mother is talking to a child, suppose the child is going for a picnic. And what is the instruction that she will give repeatedly? The one which is most important. Suppose my kid is going for an excursion, I have to remind her to take the medicine. I will give all the other instructions, but 2-3 times I'll say, don't forget your medicine, okay? Don't forget your medicine. That instruction, the most important thing, will be repeated. Similarly, when Sri Krishna is giving this entire advice to Arjun, when he's enlightening Arjun, the advice that is repeated, those charans are of extreme importance. We have to understand what he said. Man mana bhava, mad bhakta bhava. You dedicate your mind to me, devote yourself to me, and madhyaji ma namaskuru, worship me. Now, when he's saying all this thing, he is not just stopping there. He has elaborated this point, why you have to do all this. Why should your mind be fixed on me? Why should your devotion be fixed on me? Why should all your emotions be circulating around me? All these things he's elaborating more. Now, this in a flow of thoughts, Shri Krishna is now in this chapter, the beginning, he has not asked, like in the 8th chapter, if you see, Shri Krishna, Arjun asked some question. In the 12th chapter, Arjun has asked a question and Shri Krishna has replied. Here, Shri Krishna on his own is telling that I want to tell you more. He knows what are the topics we have already covered, but there is still something that he wants to tell. When is this situation happening? When that mother and child feeling is there, a mother will not think, I want the best for my child. I want the best for my child. I'll keep telling what is the best for her. And on that note, how a mother will tell the child, like that Shri Krishna is telling. On his own, he starts the description of this chapter. He begins with Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Bhūyaiva mahabhaho shrunu me paramau vachaha yatteham priyamanaya vakshyami hitakamyaya. What is more very important? Bhuya eva mahabhaho. Now see, Arjun was extremely depressed. And what is the adjective that Shri Krishna is using here? Mahabahu. We have to see, when we are understanding Bhagavad Gita, we should know how to read it correctly. That is one important thing. Pronunciation matters the most. After that, we have to know the meaning of the words. But when we have trying to understand the meaning, we have to look at it from our perspective. What is there in this shlok that I can imbibe in my life? And when he uses these adjectives, this one very important message will go to them. What is that one important message? Mahabaho. Now, if somebody is depressed or somebody has miserably failed in front of you, suppose some kid, has spilled the milk in the house. Just imagine this scenario. What we will start saying, you are so careless. एक काम ठीक से नहीं कर सकते हो, we will start scolding the child. Shri Krishna doesn't do that. In the war, in front of all the enemies, he has already Kandivam Sramsate Hastat, Tvakchaya, all those things are happening. He's becoming nervous in the battlefield. What we will see, even when our cricketers go to play, what we do, if one shot, if they get out, the whole nation is shouting at them, Kaisa khele, one day they cannot play, most important match was today, they could not play. Immediately we'll start saying like that. But we have to learn the speech, how to motivate somebody. Mahabaho, reminding him of his own great character. You are a Mahabaho. You are not this person. You are not somebody who will just give off your weapons. You are a Mahabaho. So because you are a Mahabaho, shrunu me paramau vachaha. I am telling you something which is very important. What is the important word he is saying? Paramau vachaha. Paramau vachaha is those words after listening to my param vacha. What is param? Param means ultimate. Param vacha, after listening to this, there is nothing more left to listen. Once you listen to this, there is nothing more left to listen. That is the importance of this particular sentence. So you are a Mahabahu. So when we see somebody who is failing at their task, this is how our approach should be. No, don't worry. You are a Mahabahu. I have the capacity to do it. And Then we start. And further what Shri Krishna is saying, Yatteham priyamanaya vakshyami hitakamyaya. Yatteham, yat te aham priyamanaya. I love you dearly. Vakshyami hitakamyaya. When the mother is telling again and again, this child, take your medicine, do this, be careful. Why? Because she completely love her child. So similarly, Shri Krishna is saying, you are my beloved. I am always very delighted to help you. You are my favorite. So what I am going to do? Vakshyami hita kamyaya. I will tell you what is useful for you. So, and now hita kamyaya, when we are saying hita kamyaya, it is not only beneficial for Arjun, it is also beneficial for us. So whenever we feel a little, you want to boost yourself, just remember that Sri Krishna has said this to us. Vakshami hita kamyaya. If at some point of time you don't feel like attending the class, just remind yourself, Shri Krishna has told, Vakshami hita kamyaya. This is for my benefit. I have to go and attend it. That linking, you have to link it with yourself, and then you will connect with Geeta ji. And after telling this, now one adjective that he said is, this is paramam vacha. Shrunu me paramam vacha. Listen to my ultimate words. Now, why this is ultimate? Is it only because Sri Krishna is telling? Yes, but also because apart from Sri Krishna, nobody else could have told it. Only Sri Krishna can explain all this. Apart from Sri Krishna, there's nobody who can tell it. Why so? He's explaining in the next shloka. Name vidussuraganav prabhavannamaharshayah ahamadirhi devanam maharshinaincha sarvashah. What Shri Krishna is saying? Name vidussuraganav. The hosts of gods, they also don't know me. Prabhavannamaharshayah. These maharshis, who they have also originated from me, they also don't know me to its fullest. Ahamadirhi devanam maharshinaincha sarvashah. Aham adihi devanam. I am the one. See, all the gods, all the maharshis, they have originated from me. Then how will they know anything about me? So neither the gods nor the great sages know my secrets. They don't know any much about me. See, there is very simple thing. When a son or a child is born, okay, the child's parents, whether it's mother or the father, they will know everything in their child's life. How was he looking? How was the baby? How was the child looking when he was born? When he grew up, what were the things? What was he liking when he was 2 years old, 3 years old? They will know everything about his life. But will the child ever know how the life of his parents were from the time of his birth? When we are, just imagine it, it's not possible. They will know something. Oh, my parents are engineers, my parents are doctors, my parents' mother's name is this, my parents' father's name is this, they were born here, studied in this college. But every day, the way a parent lives the life of a child, the child will not know everything about the life of the parent. Similarly, here Shri Krishna is saying, Aham adihi devanam. If they have originated from me, how will they know the details about me? So one which is born has an end. So here Shri Krishna is also telling one important characteristics about himself. Aham adihi devanam. Devanam, all the gods are born out of him. They have a particular tenure. Even our Brahmaji, he has a particular lifespan. But Shri Krishna, this Brahma Tattva, this Paramatma Tattva, in whose form Shri Krishna is telling us the entire Bhagavad Gita, that form doesn't have a adi, means doesn't have a beginning, it doesn't have an end. And all the gods are originating from this particular Brahma Tattva, from this ultimate power. And naturally, a listener will wonder, how can an ordinary striver, okay, now gods cannot understand him. Everybody else around him, they all will not know him. He is spread everywhere. Where universally spread. See, we cannot imagine anything beyond our solar system also, and forget about just Milky Way, the galaxy. He is spread across multiple galaxies. His existence is across multiple galaxies, multiple worlds, and he alone is controlling everything. Even the gods cannot understand him. A sadhak like us, sitting in L4 class, how do we understand? Shri Krishna answers this in the next shlok. Yo mamajamanadencha vetti lokamaheshwaram asammudha samartyeshu sarvapapaih pramuchyate. Yo mam ajam anadencha vetti. Here, the vetti word is used in the form of a verb, which means that knows, vetti, in terms of knowledge, the one who has the knowledge about me. How they know me? In an undoubtable form. Those who know me as somebody who doesn't have a beginning and an end, that person will know me completely, knows me undoubtedly. Now, Shri Krishna, see, we can know him by taking his name, by taking his, worshipping him. That is a normal thing. All these activities are taking us towards one particular knowledge. When we are doing tap, when we are doing meditation, we are meditating upon something gradually. Our intent is a union with God. All our activities should be focused towards knowing him. Now, though I am born in this Vritti-lok, though we are born in this on this earth, within ourselves, within our antarang, in our subconscious mind, we have to understand that we are deeply connected with God. Here we are living. Physically, we are present somewhere, but within ourselves, we are staying connected to the God. When the light within us is lit, then gradually our sins will come down. See, what is happening when we are living in this world? We are doing different activities. Out of these activities, some good outcomes will be there. There will be some undesirable outcomes. The undesirable outcomes accumulate into sins, or what we call pap. Now, all those sins or all the undesirable actions that are done by us, they are basically darkness. That is all what ignorance. This cumulative ignorance that we have around about the world around us is going to make us into what a illusion. That it will put us into a illusion. Now, this illusion, freeing oneself from this illusion, is a state of being asamudha. The third charan, which says asamudha samartyeshu. In spite of living in this world also, somebody who is not eluded by his surroundings is the one who is asamudha. So martyeshu means here in this martya lok also. So a person who knows that I am somebody who doesn't have a beginning, who doesn't have an end, and knows that I am Loka Maheshwara. Loka Maheshwara, we all are aware of the three lokas, Swarga Lok, Maritya Lok, Patal Lok. Apart from that, there are multiple loks. Okay, we know that there are so many loks. I am the Lord of all the worlds. I am the controller of all the worlds. I am the God of all the worlds. The one who understands this concept that do not have a beginning, do not have the end, and all the worlds are controlled by me. They are all surviving due to me. That person, even though he is living in this world, even in this living in this mrityu sansar, he will remain asamudha, means he will remain free from the illusion, and gradually he will be free from what? All the sins. Sarva papaih pramuchyate. He will be free from all the sins. Now, one very Small example I'll give you. If now it's the night time in India, if after some time we go to sleep, and in sleep we see that, I'm supposed just doing some activity, and the moment of that, I am brought to a awakened state. So I will understand. Suppose I'm eating something. Let's not talk about big sin, a small sin. Eating junk food, not good for my health. But if I see myself eating something, I will enjoy, the taste will come, everything will come. At the moment when we are in a dream, we so completely believe that it is not a dream. When we are dreaming, we are completely occupied in that dream. Nothing can make us believe that we are dreaming. And in the dream, we will do various activities. Now, if somebody awakens us, and if in the dream I'm about to, steal something or do something wrong, if somebody awakens me all of a sudden, I will be like, oh, good. I don't have to do it. This having an understanding of Sri Krishna, having a bigger picture of Paramatma will keep you always in an awakened state. You will not do anything wrong. You will always be an awakened state. You will understand that whatever is happening around you, it is like a dream. And though we are living it in reality, there is a bigger reality around us, which will keep us free from all the sins. Sarva papai pramuchyate. It will keep us free from all the different sins. So what is happening? When from a dream I was awakened, I was going to commit some sin in my dream. But having a jagrati that this is not correct, what has happened? There is a small jyoti, there is a small light that has lighted in me. Now, all these sins, now coming back to our worldly things and the shloka itself, all these sins are darkness. And when the jyoti, when the light of knowledge lights within us, then what happens? All automatically our tendency to do any undesirable activities goes down. The knowledge alone can take care of what? Can take care of staying away from the sins. And that is what it means by sarva papai pramuchyate. Having the knowledge of God will keep you away from sins because of this, because you will understand what is real and what is unreal, and that will free you from all these sins. Sarva papai pramuchyate. Now, having done all this, then as we understand God more, we also understand how this world is created, how this Brahmand is created. And not only this Brahmand, all the emotions that are existing in Brahmand, all these are how they are also created, that Shri Krishna explains further. All these creations, whether it is the physical world, universe around them, or it is the emotions that are running around in this universe, all are created by whom? By the God himself. Shri Krishna explains his splendor in the next shlok. Buddhi jnanam sammoha kshama satyandama shamaha sukham dukkham bhavo bhavo bhayam bhayamevacha ahimsa samata tushtistapodanayasho yashah bhavanti bhava bhutanam matta eva prathagvidhaha. What are the different things that are told in these two shlokas? The different bhav. See, here first, buddhir jnanam sammoho, all these emotions that are explained, that are described in these two shlokas, are the emotions which virtually run this entire world around us. Let us look at them one by one. Buddhi jnanam asammoha. Now, there is a very important thing here. How this is pronounced? Buddhir jnanam asammoha. When we pronounce it like this, there is one very important thing we have to see: the importance of pronunciation, the importance of correct pronunciation. Try to understand from this charan. Buddhir jnanam sammoha. This is one of the common errors of the pronouncing this way. What is the mistake here? See, buddhir jnanam sammoha. I am pronouncing more completely. This is how it should be pronounced. If I say here, the three words are buddhi, jnana, and asammoha. Jnanam plus asammoha, there is a swara sandhi of a complete ma there. Jnanama sammoha. But when some people are chanting, they'll end up chanting it like this. Buddhe jnanam sammoha. Then what happened? That word asammoha actually becomes sammoha. So it becomes exactly opposite of what Shri Krishna intends to tell us. That is why these pronunciation classes are very important, and every small instruction, every small letter is so important. There, the swara sandhi between Jnanam and Asammoha, completely pronouncing it more is extremely important. Buddhi, we all know that all the actions that we do. Now, we all today, those who are present in this session, they had the buddhi of coming and listening to the 10th chapter. Some of them might have thought, okay, let us go watch some movie. It's a weekend, long weekend. Let us go enjoy. That is one type of buddhi. So how our wisdom, how our intellect is always controlling the actions that we do. And this intellect is backed up by what? Knowledge. Knowledge of what is real, what is unreal. Some people feel, oh, 31st December, it is a party time only. Then we don't care about it. It's just one of the days that God has blessed us with. What we should do on that day, how we should utilize, it is the knowledge, it is based what we action will do. What decision our intellect will take depends on how much knowledge we have. So jnana is that knowledge of what is real, what is unreal, what is satya, what is asatya. Gradually we'll see these things in 10th chapter, 11th chapter, 13th chapter. Detailed description we are going to see. And asammoha. Asammoha means freedom from delusion. Like I gave you the example of being in a dream. So in the dream, we start believing that whatever we are seeing is real. That is the delusion. Being free from delusion is a state of being asammoha. And then next is krama satyam dhamma shamaha. Krama is forgiveness. Now, what does forgiveness means? Forgiveness in spite of having the power to take a revenge, that is kshama. Suppose I am walking and there's some gunda who comes, I see a very strong sturdy gunda, and I say, okay, I forgive this fellow. He's suppose snatching my chain, snatching my purse. I say, I'll forgive him. I don't have the capacity to fight with him. What am I going to forgive him? But if in another place, had it been some small child who has, done something naughty, and I had the capacity to slap him, punish him, do whatever. But in spite of that, if I tell him properly and forgive that child, then that is kshama. You have the power to take the revenge, but you don't take the revenge. That is forgiveness. And not that you don't have the power and say, okay, I let it go. That is not kshama. Understand that. Then satyam, truth. Then damaha. Damaha is what? Controlling all your senses. Like, I want to know. Today I'm going to read this entire 10th chapter, no matter what. That is Dhamma. Controlling your senses. Until I complete chanting, I am not going to go and eat something. Until I finish this, I'll not do this. Until I finish my studies, I will not go out to play. That is Dhamma. Shama. Shama is also controlling your senses, controlling your mind. We are in Vivechan session, looking at each other, talking. I have no option but to keep my mind on Bhagavad Gita. But if some people are listening, yet the mind is wandering somewhere else. Okay, now I have to cook after this, etc., etc. The mind is roaming here and there, controlling the mind. So controlling the senses, controlling the mind. Sukham dukkham bhavo bhavaha. Now, sukham dukkham. A very interesting thing. Sukha is something pleasant. Dukkha is something unpleasant. Something which has an unpleasant impact on our mind. Now, these are also always changing. I'll give a small example. For instance, when we were small children, if we get a holiday in school, we'll be happy, sukha. Now, after becoming mother, when the children get holiday, what to do? Engage them in what? Whole day, my whole activity, whole day's activity, so much work. The same activity of school declaring a holiday becomes a dukkha. It's winter season. In summer season, AC, hot and and how feels so nice. The same now in the month of December, January, put it, then you will understand what is dukkha. Oh, switch off the AC. Who has turned on the AC? The same thing, which was sukh at one point of time, it becomes dukkha. So these are all relative. What is real knowledge? Having an understanding that every feeling is going on in a cycle. That is knowledge. See, everything is interrelated. So sukham, dukkham, bhava, abhava. Some things we'll have money, we'll have those who have excess money, they have more worries. So that is, for we are having less money. If I have, then no chinta, abhav of chinta, but bhav of no being chinta free, but abhav of money. But somebody who is very wealthy, no abhav of money, but bhava of chinta. So bhava of chinta, how much worries. So everything is going on in cycles. So same, having something or not having something, the emotions that run around these. So these emotions, bhaya, abhaya, fear and fearlessness, these fear emotions, tushti, satisfaction, all these emotions are also arising from where? They are all arising from Shri Krishna himself. Tapaha. What is tapaha? The important definition of tapaha: overcoming all difficulties with full happiness. For instance, you have to serve somebody in your family. And when you are serving somebody, if you keep cribbing, doing duties to the best possible manner, but cribbing, I have to do this, morning I have to get up and do the dabba, then take care of these people, then cook this. If we do it with lot of cribbing, then it is not tapa. But if we do it happily, overcoming all difficulties, no matter what, I'll complete all my duties, also attend my Geeta classes, also attend a Vivijin session, I'll do my all swadhyay, in spite of doing everything, not cribbing about anything and fulfilling your duties. You are doing tapa in your daily life. So tap necessarily doesn't mean going to a forest and sitting in a dhyan mudra and doing. No, tap can be done in the daily duties also. Even in our daily life can be a tap. So overcoming all difficulties with happiness is tap. Dana, charity. Utkrishta charity one should do. Not like I donate something and put it on the WhatsApp status. Donated so many things to this, but then that is not tapata. How should a daan be? Daan, best definition of daan, Shri Krishna himself has given, 17th chapter, you have already learned. Datavyamiti yattanandiyate nupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha tattanam satvikam smritam. This is the ideal daan. What is the meaning? You have to refer to the 17th chapter, Vivechan. That is homework for all of you. What is the ideal Satvik Dan? We should all understand all that. Charity, good type of charity, Satvik Dan. What is Rajasi Dan, Tamasi Dan, all these in depth Shri Krishna has explained in the 17th chapter. You all have to refer to that. Yashaha, ayasha, success and failure. Here also again, Yasho, Yashaha, that avagra, it doesn't have a pronunciation. We have to drag it for one matra. But if you say Yasho, Yasha, then that ayasha becomes Yasha again. That becomes wrong. So it is important to pronounce the shlok correctly. Yasho, Yashaha, success and failure, the emotions of success and failures. All these emotions that we discussed. How are they? Bhavanti, bhava, bhutanam. These are all the emotions that are dwelling amongst all the creatures in this world. And how are they? Mattaiva prathak vidhaha. They are all coming out of me only. So, very important thing that Shri Krishna has told us is that I have not only created all these creatures, I have also created the emotions within me. Now, we all are computer literates. Huh? We all know that computer is this is the machine in front of me. The physical structure of the computer is the hardware. The emotions that run within them is the software. So I have not only created the hardware of this world, I have also created the software of this world. Shri Krishna is explaining that. And he further says, Mahar, he is now first, he's told us what are the different software that are running this world. Now he's telling us how this hardware has come into being. Maharshaya saptapurve chatvaro manavastatha madbhava manasa jata yeshalokaimav praja. Maharshaya saptapurve. Now, this entire thing, we all know this from the studies of Bhagavad and other Puranas. You will see all these beautiful stories. What Sri Krishna is telling, everything that has come in this universe, whatever has been created, it has created from my thinking. Mad bhava manasa jata. From the concept, from the mind, by the power of my mind, I have created. Now, for instance, you all must have read these English philosophical books, this Secret and whatnot. What they will tell. Imagine after 5-10 years, you are the manager in your company. Then you start imagining after 5 years, you become a manager. Imagine that you are going to be so rich and you will become. This concept in the Western philosophy, everyone has read. The same concept, Shri Krishna has already told 5,000 years back. This is a very basic thing that the Brahma has created the Srishti by just imagining. He had a imagination of Srishti. He had a concept of a human being in his mind, and according to that, he created a human being. You will say, how is this possible? When they say Western philosophers, we don't question them much. But this is a very, very scientific thing. For a simple thing, we all live in houses. Our houses, how is the house made? Some architect has conceptualized that house. Some architect imagined that this is how a house will look. This is where the kitchen will be. This is where the drawing room will be. This is where the puja ghar will be. And this is how it will be convenient. Somebody has conceptualized our house, and then that house has come into being, isn't it? Similarly, Brahmaji has conceptualized the whole world, and that's how the world has come into. See, by our conception, if we can bring a build up a house, if by our conception, our thinking, our dreaming, we can become managers and rich people and whatnot, then Brahmaji is Brahmaji. By his creation, he can create a world, isn't it? So by that, so it's a very scientific thing, and he has conceptualized, he imagined that this is how a human figure will be, and that he has given rise to what? The four Sanat Kumars, Chatvaro Manavastatha, four Sanat Kumar, Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar. Brahmaji has created Manu. Now there are different Manus, different Maharshis. All these creations are gradually being created by the conceptualization of the Parampita Paramatma. He has imagined all this, and through this entire timeline, everything has been created. Now, this is the entire, splendor of the God himself. That this entire splendor of God, he is bringing it in front of us. So everything is arising in front. Then everything is visible. At the moment, we can see the world around us. And later, everything gets immersed back into him. This is his entire splendor. And understanding this splendor, unless we know, unless we know that this is what God is capable of, this is what he has done for us, this is the great things that he has done, unless we know that, we will not develop a feeling for him, isn't it? Now, so many people say, okay, you should do bhakti, but unless we are convinced that he has helped us in our difficult times. I said Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, when I said Hanuman Chalisa, and then I became fearless. Until and unless we experience this, we do not develop that faith in God. So similarly here also, being connected to the divine energy is going to make us fearless. First, we have to start connecting to this divine energy. How do we connect to this divine energy? We have to have some connecting points where to connect with this divine energy. Those places are the vibhutis. Etau vibhutei yogaincha mamayo veti tatvatah so vikampena yogena yuchyate natra samshayah. So here what Shri Krishna says, Etau vibhuting yogaincha. By and so vikampena, here also so is followed by avagra. Again there is a sandhi here. Saha avikampena, a person who has an unshakable faith. With the unshakable faith, yoga here, don't imagine as the yogasana yoga. See, that is a very primitive thing. Yoga, that is asana. Yoga actually means being connected to God. Being united. Yoga actually means unison. So with an unshakable faith, yujyate natri samsha, unshakable, avikampena means unshakable faith. With unshakably, a person who is united with me, they will have no doubts about me. They will gradually, the kind of experiences they will have, gradually the different experiences they will have that they will get this devotion towards me that will become very strong. Their devotion towards me will become very strong. The faith they have towards me, they will gradually be. So it is a mutual thing. It is not that I start doing and then unless and until we have faith in that, we will not understand him and we will not be able to experience his love back. So what Shri Krishna is telling here, all these things that we see around us. No, now here all the places where we see Hanumanji, all of them are vibhutis only, and we connect to them. So if the person who understands me, how tattvataha, here the word tattvataha is also extremely important. Tattvataha means in truth, in totality. If somebody understands my vibhutis, where am I situated? The one who understands my vibhutis, they will understand me in totality, and their faith in me will be unshakable. And Shri Krishna continues, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajanti mam buddha bhava samanvitaah. Aham sarvasya prabhava. Prabhava here, there are two meanings. Prabhava, Prabhu, you know the word Prabhu. Prabhu means the God. I am the God of everything. So I am, who is God? The one who controls everything, the one who steers everything. Prabhava also means I am the origin of everything. Everything around, whatever we see. We say that the water around us, we are there. Our entire life, everything, the entire Srishti around us is originating from Parampita, Paramatma himself. And Matta Sarvam Pravartate. Everything is evolving. So a seed is put in the soil. Now, whether the seed is going to get enough light, if it gets light, air, water, everything, it is going to grow into a bud and everything. But ensuring all that is available, that all the seeds that are born in the world are not going to give rise to tree. Everything, having all these correct situation, it's in the hand of Shri Krishna himself. Everything evolves around me. Everything evolves from me. Iti matva bhajante mam. Knowing this, a person who renders service to me. Here the word bhajanti doesn't only mean doing bhajan. Okay, just the bhajan, kirtan, worshipping. No. Bhajanti means rendering service. So even if you are serving the people at your home, that is also a service to Shri Krishna himself. But while you are rendering this service, you have to keep a memory of Shri Krishna. You have to remember him all the time. When Geeta Sevis are doing all this Geeta, it shouldn't be like, I am taking the class, I am doing so much work of. No, we are doing this for Shri Krishna. So everywhere that power, everywhere that emotion of devotion is very important. Everything, if it is done by devotion, then that is bhajanti mam. Iti matva, knowing that everything is evolving from me, knowing that everything is running because of me. When with this knowledge, based on this more knowledge, when people serve me, okay, so it is not just bhajante. When people have a half understanding of this, that when they say bhajan karo, kirtan karo, puja karo, no, knowing all this, you have to do my worship. That I am this. So if, see, very simple thing. If you just think of, there are different faiths, some people say that these people are worshipping stones. For them, they are stones, but we know the mights of our God. That is why for us, they are God. But for somebody else, it is a stone. For us, he is Shri Krishna. When we are doing all our actions, if we have that emotion that I am doing this for Shri Krishna, then what will happen? Mam Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha. Here they will understand me and Bhava Samanvitaha. They will be knowledgeable and full of devotion. Comes now, this kind of, what is the meaning of all this? Iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Everywhere they will be endowed with me. Wherever they see, they will see me. When Jnaneshwar Maharaj, he even in a buffalo, he could see that there is a ounce of God in him. Anyway, all our saints are like that. All our sages are like that. So serving him and helping the society around, the people around us, all that should be done with a devotion towards God. What will happen if you are doing all this? The same point is elaborated ahead. Machitta madgata prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha man tushyanti cha ramanti cha. What happens when we are doing all the devotion? Now all our Gita Sevis with full devotion towards Shri Krishna, they are all doing seva in Gita Parivar. What happens? They keep doing this, and what happens? They enjoy it completely. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. They are always enjoying. Machitta madgata prana. Shri Krishna here in this particular shloka is talking about people whose mind and whose entire lives are absorbed in him, whose entire life is absorbed in this, in the name of Shri Krishna. How we have almost 8,000 volunteers with Gita Parivar in this Gita Yagya. They love meeting like-minded people. Recently, you all must have recently completed the level 3 and level 4. Then there is an Anandotsav that we made. Why it is Anandotsav? Because we are so happy about meeting each other. We are so happy about meeting like-minded people. And that is why there is an Anandotsav. That is why there is happiness around it. When we meet somebody from Gita Parivar, why? Because we are all connected by the devotion for Shri Krishna. By the devotion for Gita Ji, we all are connected. That is why we feel that synergy. And when such people meet, when such devoted people meet, when such devotees meet each other, what they do? Kathayantascha mam nityam. What they'll keep talking about me. They will tell stories about me. What will happen? They will, when they are talking to each other, when we meet great saints, they will not tell us any other stories about it. They will tell us the stories of what Harikatha. When Swamiji is telling, when you meet in some or the other form, he will tell you such beautiful shlokas, such beautiful instances from the Bhagavad, some beautiful stories he'll tell. He is always talking about Shri Krishna, about Shri Ram. Kathayantascha man. And in all these, they are always satisfied. We get the maximum satisfaction in talking about this. See, every 15 days, we have Ekadashi. On every Ekadashi, what do we do at Gita Parivar? We do Chintanika. And all the Gita lovers, with full devotion, they are chanting what? The Bhagavad Gita. Now, even offline, many people are doing it. Many people together. So, all the Gita lovers, when they come and sit together, they don't sit and watch movies, right? What they will do? They'll do Parayana of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, 18 chapters they will read out. Continuously they'll sit and do this Parayana, Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha, because that is the thing that will give them maximum happiness. That is what keeps them delighted. So we all get happiness in what? In the name of Shri Krishna, in the chants of Shri Krishna, in chanting Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. So this is the feeling that Shri Krishna is explaining in this particular chapter, in this particular shlok, that such people whose lives are absorbed in me, their mind is concentrated upon me, they will always talk about me and they'll be happy in this. In this context, a very beautiful example is given by Jnaneshwar Maharaj also, and it will make the idea more clear. You imagine two ponds, okay? They are near each other, slightly near each other. If these ponds, for some reason, if they start flooding, overflowing, in the rainy season, the ponds overflow. Now imagine if there are two ponds which are near each other and they start overflowing. Now these overflowing ponds, already they are individually, they are already bubbling with water. But if they somehow manage to come close, and then together their synergy will be so much. If two overflowing ponds are there, the amount of water they'll be able to spread, and the amount of land area they'll cover, the amount of bubbliness that will be there in the water will be so much more, isn't it? Similarly, now this is just an example, but similarly, if two devotees come together, the happiness that they can spread, the enjoyment, that the devotion that they will have will be at its super peak. And when this kind of emotion is there, when this kind of bhav is there, what does Sri Krishna do for them? The devotees do this. When devotees who love each other, when they see each other, they are full of happiness and they chant the shlokas of Sri Krishna. But what does Sri Krishna do for them? Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam ददामि बुद्धियोगन्तैः मामुपयान्ति ते. This is one of the most important, most beautiful, delicious shloka of this chapter. This and also the next one. What Shri Krishna says, the ones who are satata yuktanam. What is the meaning of satata yuktanam? See, for us, some normal sadhaks, we remember Shri Krishna. We will on and off remember Shri Krishna. But there are some sadhaks, some people whom Shri Krishna is talking about here, they are satata yukta. What is the meaning of satata yukta? Always immersed in the thoughts of Shri Krishna and Paramatma. Who are such people? You will say, this sounds fictitious. How can anybody be like that? But it is very much possible. We have seen the example in the Bhagavad. We will see how the gopis are. Gopis are always immersed in the thoughts of Shri Krishna. No matter what. Swamiji has, in his katha, has told a very beautiful story about a lady. She used to sell milk. Now, when she will go, obviously, when people are selling something, they'll say, na, bhaji le lo, ye le lo, loki le lo. She will also start off her day with doodh le lo, dahi le lo. Gradually, she'll forget them, then she'll start saying, Govinda le lo, Gopal le lo, Krishna le lo. She'll forget what is, and then automatically the names of Shri Krishna will start coming. Like that, it used to happen. Whenever these gopis are, it was not that they stopped working in their houses. They used to take them, they used to do all their houseworks so nicely. They used to do everything. But throughout that, their thoughts were immersed in whom? Shri Krishna. So if you see the description of Bhagavad, so many beautiful shlokas, so many beautiful narrators, so many beautiful stotras have come from the gopis. In Bhagavad, if you see Gopi Geeta and so many others are there. So naturally, it was not that they sat at one place and thought about Krishna's character and started writing some poem. No, naturally, while cooking, talking, cleaning the house and doing daily course, these beautiful shlokas, beautiful compilations have come from them. That is what is a satata yukta. That is how it should be. So, and for such people, what they will do? What Shri Krishna is a tam buddhi yogam dadami. Now these gopis whom we are talking about, now for them, they were just chanting the names of God. But compiling such big stotras, how come it has happened from them? Because Shri Krishna has given them the buddhi yoga. He has given them the intellect. So he will give them the knowledge, jnana. He will provide them with knowledge, he'll provide them with jnana. Using that knowledge, what will happen? They will come to me, they will attain me. Yena mam upayanti. All the gopis have been liberated. Why? Because they were always absorbed. They were absorbed, the satata yukta, they were absorbed in the thoughts of Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna gave them the right intellect, gave them the right knowledge, and they all attained Shri Krishna. Isn't it a very beautiful thought? And elaborating that further, Shri Krishna is also telling us, Teshamevanukampartham ahamajnanajantamaha नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वताम् तेषाम् एव अनुकम्पार्थम्. This is very important. One thing is kampa. Another thing is anukampa. Anukampa means you are loving me. That is your compassion. But anukampa is what is the resonance that is coming from Shri Krishna. So out of compassion for them, how Shri Krishna is getting the compassion for developing the compassion for the devotees? Because the devotees are so devoted to Shri Krishna. Out of the compassion that I develop for them, what I'm doing, aham ajnanam, I am taking away, aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayami. What he is doing, he will light a lamp of what jnanadeep means, the knowledge. He will light a lamp of knowledge. Now, this is very important. Shri Krishna, we say we are devoted. What? Devoted to Shri Krishna. What is going to come back to us? Shri Krishna is reflecting back. He's resonating the emotions that we have in the form of knowledge to us. And that knowledge is lighting a lamp of enlightenment within us. Now here also we have seen Ramakrishna Paramhans. He was extremely dedicated to God, completely devoted to Ma Kali. With very little education, in spite of his minimal education, he has got Atma Gyan. Atma Gyan is the highest type of knowledge a person can get, or any sadhak can get. He has achieved the highest level of knowledge. Why? Because of his devotion for the God, he is getting it. So what it is proved that once you are devoted, Shri Krishna will just give us the right knowledge. He will reflect it. He will enlighten the knowledge within. Now we all are coming and learning Bhagavad Gita. Somewhere we have done this punya, somewhere we have done this good deed of remembering Shri Krishna at the right time, and that is why he has lit the lamp within us, that we are provoked to come and learn Bhagavad Gita, come and try to understand Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. This is also a fruit that we are getting of our compassion for Shri Krishna. So sometimes when we met some sadhaks in Anand, also many people ask me, I'm worried, when will I get to, learn? I'm not able to memorize all the shlokas. I'm not able to do anything. If at any point of time you have a slightest doubt about how will I be able to learn the shlokas, always remember, Tesham Tesham buddhi yogam dadami. Nashayami atma bhavasto jnanadipena bhasvata. I am the one who is going to give you that light. All that you have to do is do everything with devotion. So next time this thought comes to you, how will I learn all these shlokas? How will I understand Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā? What we have to do? We have to remind ourselves of these two shlokas. And remember that Shri Krishna is going to do the right thing for us. He is going to make us realize that way to understand the shlokas, to learn the shlokas. Ultimately, we have to stop worrying. Leave all the worries and just devote yourself to Shri Krishna, and he will take care of everything. Now, at this point of time, what happens is Arjun has now realized, he has also started understanding Shri Krishna. So far, he has seen that, his relationship with Shri Krishna has been that of a brother and a friend. But now gradually he has started understanding Shri Krishna. He is starting to understand from all this description what he is. And after realizing this, he starts singing a beautiful praise of Shri Krishna from the next shloka. And there are another set of beautiful shlokas. We will see them in the next session. So with that, I offer this entire discourse at the feet of Param Pujya Swami Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj, with whose blessings we all are here to understand this chapter, and to Parampita Shri Krishna himself. Hari Om. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you so much, everybody. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi. Thanks a lot, Didi, for making us understanding the deeper meaning of Vibhuti Yoga. Now, let's move further in the program. On the occasion of 75th birthday of Param Puja Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj, there will be Geeta Amrut Mahotsav, where Gita's great saints from all over the countries will come, and thousands Gita sadhaks will recite Bhagavad Gita together. And many such events will take place. For more information, you can even provide it Geeta Parivar link, geetabhakti.com. Go check this website and get the more information. Now let's move on to the question answer session. Those who have questions, please raise their hand and wait for the chance to come. We will take your chance. Yes.
Anybody has any questions? They can raise the hand in Zoom meeting.
Yes, Krishna. You can on your video, so we can spotlight you. Krishna Muniyappa ji. Yes.
Didi,
See, Bhaiya.
whether Brahman and Krishna are one and the same, or they are two
Yes.
different entities?
No, they are not two different entities. They are the same. They are the same, but now see, Brahma can take form of anything. So he has, for us, he has taken the form of Shri Krishna and come to this earth. Okay.
No, because you were telling Brahma created all these things. Now,
No, yes, Brahma created all these things. When Brahma Tattva, by that, there are different things. Brahma Tattva, that is one thing. Brahmaji, that is Brahmaji. When I'm saying Brahmaji created this world. Now, everything, see, if I say I have to do the construction of road, the government of India is doing the construction of road. He will allocate it to a certain department, isn't it? He is not going to be, the government of India is not directly going to come and do everything. And there are different departments for everything. Similarly, there is a different department for the creation. That department is with Brahmaji. The Sanchalan department is with somebody. The destruction department is somebody. Everything is converging into that one Brahma Tattva. Okay. So, and that Brahma Tattva has incarnated itself. It is Krishna is a Purna Avatar. He is the Purna Avatar. Krishna is the complete incarnation is the Krishna Avatar. Okay.
okay. Thank you, Didi. Thank you.
Aarti ji.
Architect Jai Shri Krishna. Please unmute, Didi.
Yeah, Jai Shri Krishna Tai. I wanted to ask, you said in the first shloka, Mahabahu. He told, he has told Arjuna that he is a Mahabahu because Arjuna was a little bit depressed and all. Likewise, he has called different names in different chapters, like Kaunteya, Anasuyave, Partha, Arjuna and all. So all those names have a specific meaning to those to that mindset of Arjuna at that time.
Yes, very much. All the names, very important it is everywhere. Some places he is calling him Anagha because you are the one who is pure. That is why I am giving you this. Here he is reminding you are a Mahabahu. That is why I am telling you. So wherever all these things are there, it is very important that all these have meanings. They are very important. All. They are in a particular context.
Yeah. And Tai, Priyamanaya, he has said in the first shloka. He says that Arjun, you're priya to me. Likewise, since we all are studying Bhagavad Gita, all of us also are priya to Krishna.
We are very priya to Krishna, whether we realize it or not, because we are his creation. So we are priya to him. Now, when there are two children, one is very naughty and the other one is always being very good. So mother will also, accordingly, their love is same for both the child, isn't it? But so some people say, Shri Krishna is giving me so many difficulties in my life that I don't know whether he really likes me or not. Why? Because your past karma is like that. So you are getting what you are getting. It's not because Shri Krishna loves you any less. Now there is one child who is very well behaved, he will not get punishment from the mother. But if some child is behaving, doing naughty things, will get punishment from them. So
Yeah.
that is why based on our karma, we are getting what we are getting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Shri Krishna.
Srinivas
Yes.
Murthy ji.
Thank you. See, my question doesn't refer to this particular chapter, but in general, I want to know one thing. In Bhagavad Gita, in many slokas, we have seen Yapashyati Sapashyati. What is the actual meaning of Yapashyati Sapashyati? I have not been able to. It has come in many slokas. Can you explain me what is the meaning of it?
Yes. See, in many contexts it will come. Now, Yap Pashyati Sapashyati, in what different all contexts, if you can tell me exactly for which slok you are asking, then I'll tell you. But most of the places where it is, who understand that this is the truth, is seen in reality. So, the example of dream which I gave you, what I'm seeing is not actually true, isn't it? But after awakening, I am seeing the reality, having the correct knowledge. Unless you have a correct knowledge of something, unless suppose like a CCTV camera, somebody comes and tells me I am not done this, but I have seen in the recording that this person is lying, so I know what is the truth. That is the person who is one who knows the truth of Shri Krishna, the might of Shri Krishna. The one who knows the might of Shri Krishna is seeing the world in real sense, is seeing the world in the true sense. We are also seeing Shri Krishna, we also know Shri Krishna, but the one who understands the might of Shri Krishna understands in the true sense. We are also seeing Pashyati means, so we are also seeing Shri Krishna, we are also knowing, but the one who knows, understands, is knowing it in true form. That is the meaning. But now if you tell me exactly which slok, then I will be able to explain better. But this is the by and large meaning, that one who understands. Like suppose a Krishna small murti, okay, I give you this example Swamiji always gives. When you are doing puja, if I give you, we meet and I give you a murti of Shri Krishna, and you say, okay, I have so many murtis of Shri Krishna, and okay, having so many murtis, this is another murti I'll keep. Now I call it is made of gold, okay, then you will preserve it more, you'll keep it more valuably. That other murtis is also murtis of Shri Krishna, but you know the worth of this because it is also gold and everything. So knowing the value of the dhatu is giving more insight into its worth. So knowing the characteristics of Shri Krishna, wherever this is coming in shlokas, knowing the additional qualities that are explained there, knowing that we have a clearer picture. Now without the specs also I am seeing, but with this I am seeing clearly. With knowledge you will be able to see clearer. Yav pashyati sapashyati.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, Dilip Kumar.
Dilip Kumar ji.
In the meantime, Chitra Didi, if you have a question, please turn on your video if possible. Then.
Yes, my question is from verse number 10. There in third step, Dadami Buddhi Yogam. So I know Bhakti Yogi and Jnana Yoga, but what is the Buddhi Yogam? It is.
Buddhi Yoga is also like Jnana Yoga. I am giving them now Buddhi. In Buddhi Yoga, see, don't take this in separation, like, Jnana Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, Buddhi Yoga. They are all converging into a same thing. But when you have knowledge, unless you have the right Buddhi, it is not of use. So your Buddhi will be aligned with in such a way that you will be appropriately able to take the knowledge. So Buddhi Yoga means your intellect is aligned. I will align your intellect with me so that you will be on the path to seek knowledge.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Chitra ji.
Please unmute, Didi. I'm not
Okay.
able to send her the request.
Is it
She has
okay?
unmuted. Jai Shri Krishna. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
Shri
yes.
Krishna
I
Didi,
can.
I just want to ask you, here in chapter 10, Shri Krishna is saying that he is the best of everything. Whichever, I mean, I am the best of the trees, I am best of the animals, I am best of
Gradually,
everything.
you reach there.
So now,
Yes.
okay, fine. And from him, everything is created. He is the, but in our Hinduism, we worship a lot of deities. Like to begin with Ganesha and then Vishnu. We also, I mean, many names, the Devi, Devtas, everybody do this. My only question, though I know, I believe God is one and but we, for example, on 22nd, we are having the Ram Mandir celebration. And everybody is planning that we will do Ramayana, we will do Hanuman Chalisa and all. But what if we do Bhagavad Gita on that day also? It is the same thing, no?
Same
Why
thing.
that is particularly attached to that?
See, it is on how you're, this is the beauty. Actually, many people see it as a problem of Hinduism, but this is the beauty of our Indian scriptures, if you ask me, that it has given me the freedom. So if today I feel like doing Shiva Aradhana, I will do Shiva Aradhana. Today I want to study, I feel like, doing the puja of Ganesh ji. I will do the puja of Ganesh ji. So this is the beauty of Indian scriptures, that wherever your faith is and in whatever form you are worshipping. So the one who is worshipping Ganesh ji in want of knowledge, they will get knowledge. Those who are worshipping him in want of Putra Pautra, see that Pranamya Shirasa Devam, if you see, they will get who whatever you want, you will be getting. That is what that shlok says. So in whatever way you worship me, you will get me in that form. That is the basic crux of this worship. Now, because it is Ram Mandir, we have to do but on that day, if your capacity is to read Bhagavad Gita, you read Bhagavad Gita. The blessings of Ramji will come to you in the form of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. It is the same. Okay. And again, why these so many gods? Again, because all these gods, as I was telling the other bhaiya some time back, that God is one. When I say that government of India, same thing. This example Swamiji only gives. Suppose I am staying, now I am in India and I go to, say, abroad, say I go to America. And there, if I have to say something to the people of my condition, or staying in India, I want to tell something to the Americans. Can I start screaming here, hey, the government of America? No, I have to talk to their embassy. I have to reach out to a particular, then reach out to them. So there is a way everything is rooted. So when I say I will directly talk to the Brahma Tattva, I don't have the Pohachi intellect to talk to the Brahma Tattva. I don't have the capacity to reach to the Brahma Tattva. So what I will do, I will route it first through Shivji, then Ganpati Bappa, then slowly, whatever way I find. So these are all the different departments from which I am routing my bhav to ultimately to the Paramatma. If we think that, when a child is born, he wants to become a doctor, sometimes he feels like becoming engineer. Our faith is also like that, because our mind is tainted with the worldly things. And so for some point of time, we are, happy with Ma Kali. Sometime we are happy with the, Mahalakshmi, because we also need the money. We also need the knowledge. We also need everything. So at different points of time, we seek refuge at different departments. But ultimately, the Brahma Tattva is where from all these departments, all these gods are also coming. So everything is going to be ultimately routed to that. But that understanding will come when we have the ultimate knowledge. And for that, whichever bhakti path you take, is ultimately going to take you to the knowledge. And this all is not going to happen in one birth. That also we should understand. Like now we see, now I did this, now next, by in the end of 1 year, 2 years, no. Many births it takes. I mind you, I'm not telling one birth also. Many births it takes to reach there. Gradually, we have to keep our journey going. Okay.
Thank you, Didi. Very well explained. Thank you very much.
Your question,
Thank you, Didi, for clarifying each doubts of the participants. Now, let's move further for the prayer. For the prayer, I would like to welcome Suryakanta Manthaniji from Pune, studied till BA Hindi, retired homemaker. Her hobbies include social work, poem writing, serving as L1, L2, L3, and L4, and also a mentor and examiner in all the exams. So welcome, Didi.
जय श्री कृष्ण। आवाज आ रही दीदी? अच्छे से आवाज आ रही? जय श्री कृष्ण सभी को। योगेशं सच्चिदानंदं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्म संस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। जय श्री कृष्ण और धन्यवाद गीता परिवार, हमको ये इस मौका उपलब्ध कराया कि भगवान को याद करें और आपको सुने। दीदी बहुत सुंदर विवेचन हुआ। जय श्री कृष्ण।
Thank you, Didi, for the melodious prayer. Last but not the least, thanks to backend team, tech team who remained in the session and make the event a grand success. Now let's move to the Hanuman Chalisa. Everyone be on mute and chant Hanuman Chalisa.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारी बरन रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मुंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबेको आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही समभाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब वीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरै हनुमत बल बीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining this session. We'll meet next week for second part. Till then, learn Geeta, teach Geeta, and live Geeta in your life. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you so much.